Hey everyone, welcome back to my podcast, Aesthetically Messy. On this episode, I'm gonna talk with Fernanda. So I've been following her for about, I don't know, I would say like 5 months, 6 months, or I think longer than that. I don't know. Um, and she makes content highlighting like Mexican culture or Latin American culture. So which is something that I really like. I'm really like passionate about like my country, and I don't show it on my social media, but I am passionate like in my day-to-day life. So I want to talk to you about it. But before that, I want to ask you how you've been after college, because I know you graduated this year. So yeah, I want to know like how it was to like adjust, basically.
I think it's still really new. I only graduated like a little over a month
Mm-hmm.
ago, so it doesn't feel like I graduated. I feel like I'm on summer break from,
Uh-huh.
from school.
Yeah.
So I think it'll hit me more towards the fall.
Mm-hmm.
I have been like I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm late
Mm-hmm.
for class. And then I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah. No, yeah, I
I
still
don't
get
have to
that. I
go to
still get
class anymore.
that.
I don't have to go to
Yeah.
class anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, it still feels pretty new. So I think it'll hit me more towards the fall.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, dang, I really am done
I
with
know.
school.
What was
Yeah.
your degree?
My degree was actually don't like sharing this.
Oh, okay. You don't have to answer that. Okay, yeah, no, you don't have to answer that then. Yeah, so I guess I can ask you about how was college, like doing social media and college at the same time? Like, how was that for you?
Mhm. It definitely because I started getting into TikTok
Mm-hmm.
during the COVID lockdown,
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of
Yeah,
people did,
me too. Mm-hmm.
like in March 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So when I first got into TikTok, I had so much free time to film. So once I got back into school, it was definitely an adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
I would just basically try to because I work weekends.
Yeah.
I was working part-time and then I was a full-time student. So honestly, I would just try to film whenever I had any sort of free time. And luckily with TikTok, because it's so short, I could film like 2, 3 videos
Yeah.
in an hour and
Mm-hmm.
then be set for the next 2, 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So it was definitely an adjustment. And I think it became even more of an adjustment when like my classmates found out about my TikTok. Because it's
Yeah.
always so awkward,
I
right? When
know, I
people like
know.
bring
Yeah.
it up to you in person, they're like,
Mm-hmm.
are you on TikTok? You came up on my For You page. And you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
No, yeah,
me.
when I was first like starting out, the first thing I did was just block everyone I knew because I didn't want Risa. And it wasn't
Yeah.
until I was in like I think I had like 10,000 followers when I was like I don't care if people find out.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it is embarrassing. I don't know if it happened to you like besides your friends, but did random people come up to you like in the college and just recognize you?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I had this one girl
Mm-hmm.
literally follow me to my car. Like,
What the
when
fuck?
I was like leaving class and I
Uh
noticed
huh.
she was following me and I was like, maybe she like parked right next to me or something.
Uh huh.
But I was like trying to get in my car and she was like, wait, wait. And I was
Oh
like,
no.
yeah.
Uh
She was
huh.
like, I follow you on TikTok. I was like, oh, okay. Hi.
That's so awkward.
It's so awkward. And then she's
Mhm,
like, I just wanted to say hi. And I was like,
mhm.
okay. And then she just walked away.
Oh,
So
that's it. She didn't.
I
That.
literally just answered. No, she just said hi, and then she left. And then I was like, oh God, people are on campus. They're probably recognizing me.
Yeah.
Um, and like I love meeting followers in person, but it's always awkward when it's like at school or like
Yeah.
at work.
No, yeah, I get
So
that. For
yeah.
me, like nothing like that happened to me. It was mostly like when I was sitting, like in the cafeteria, people
Mhm.
just like come up to me and say that they recognize me and stuff. I don't think I have any like crazy or like stories about like being recognized. The first time I was with my family, like they were dropping me off like to college,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, when they were about to leave, like someone came up to us basically, and yeah, she told me that she loved my content and stuff like that, and then she asked my dad to take a picture of us, and it was cute. I don't have
That's
any
cute.
bad experiences so far yet,
Uh-huh.
so yeah.
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 Yeah, mostly everyone I meet is really nice. And I love
Mo-
meeting people in real life. It makes it
Mostly.
like mostly, except for that
Yeah.
one girl who followed me in my car.
Yeah. Hmm.
But it makes it like real, I guess,
Hmm.
because it's like social media and it's all on your phone. It doesn't feel real. So when people
Hmm.
like actually meet you in person, it's like, oh, these are actually real people that
Yeah.
that watch my videos and interact with my stuff.
So yeah, so besides college, I wanted to ask you about like your how the way you grew up basically, because I we already talked about it for a little bit, but you just like me, you were raised in Mexico and then you came to the U.S. How old were you when you first came?
I was in elementary school,
Mm-hmm.
so I was pretty young.
Damn, so you were like what, less than 10, right?
I was like like 9, 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was pretty young
Mm-hmm.
when we came here. I remember my parents lied to us. They were like, "Oh, we're just gonna go to the United States like for vacation."
What?
And I was like, oh, "Okay." And
Uh-huh.
then when we got here, they were like, "Yeah, we're actually we live here now."
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh, okay." I think they didn't want us to like cry, and like they probably didn't want us to be sad. So I think that's probably why they did it.
Uh-huh.
Um, the biggest thing I remember from like when we first moved here was my first day in school because I didn't speak English
Yeah, yeah.
at all. In Mexico, like I remember I had English classes, but they would only teach us like a few words here and
Mm-hmm.
there. Like I was not able to formulate a sentence. I wasn't able to
Mm-hmm.
talk to people. So my first day was like I remember it like it was yesterday because I
Mm-hmm.
just walked in and I was so young. I don't think I thought about the language barrier. I was just
Uh-huh.
like, oh, it's my first day at my American school. And then when I got there, I was like, what did everyone just say?
Uh-huh.
Like I remember when I walked in, like I think the teacher was probably like introducing me, but
Mm-hmm.
I stood there and she like pointed at me and everyone looked at me and she said something and everyone looked at me and was quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone laughed because I didn't respond. So I think she was probably saying like, introduce yourself or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
But I had no idea what she was saying. And the class just went quiet and everyone laughed. And I was like, what did she
Then that
say?
must have been so hard as a
It
kid.
was it was hard.
Uh-huh.
It was hard. Luckily there was like one Hispanic girl in my class that spoke Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she probably noted that I didn't understand English. So she like took it upon herself to like sit next to me and like try to help me out.
Uh-huh.
So her and I became really close because I mean, if it wasn't for her, I would have like probably not had any friends. So I'm very thankful that there was at least one little girl in the class
Mm-hmm.
who spoke Spanish who helped me out. And then when I first moved to the U.S., I moved to Reno, Nevada,
Mm-hmm.
and I would live in Phoenix, Arizona. And I was able to reconnect with her through TikTok. Because when I was like first blowing up, I was like thinking to myself, like, I want to find her. I want to know if she remembers
Mm-hmm.
me. And I made a video like telling the story of like how she
Yeah.
helped me out and how yeah we became friends. And she found the video and like we
Mm-hmm.
reconnected. So that was something that
Oh, that's
TikTok helped me
good.
do was
Mm-hmm.
reconnect with her. So that was really cool.
Mm-hmm. And is she doing good
Um,
too? Like
yeah,
in
she's
life?
doing good
Yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I was like, good for you, sis. You deserve it.
But yeah, no, for me it was like a totally like different experience. Like I came when I was in middle school. So I was like what, like 12 or 14, something yeah, something like that. And I went to a school that had like a English as a second language program. So they gave me like classes to like learn how to speak English. Um, and half of my school was, Mexican or like Hispanic. So I didn't have
Mhm.
any issues like communicating with like people and stuff. But it was still hard like to adjust to like, especially to the culture. Um,
Yeah.
like it was something that I
Mhm.
really struggled with. I feel like I still do sometimes. Um, but yeah, no, I don't know. Just I can imagine how it must have been for a kid. Like for like that big of a difference. Because I have a little
Yeah.
sister who was 7 when she came here, and the first week, like she would cry, like whenever she got home, like it was that bad. Um, so I don't know. I hope that it wasn't that bad for you. Um,
I don't remember crying.
hmm.
I think it's because I had that little girl who helped me out, so I don't
Yeah.
remember crying. But it wasn't until I moved to Phoenix that by the time I moved to Phoenix, I was a little bit older and I spoke English really well.
Hmm.
But when I moved to Phoenix, they put me in that ESL
Hmm.
class. But by then I already knew how to speak English.
Yeah.
So they only made me like sit through like two classes and they're like, okay, she she knows the language.
Uh-huh.
So even that in itself was like a big like culture shock going from like Reno, Nevada, which was like predominantly Anglo, to coming to
Hmm.
Phoenix, where like half my class was like Mexican and
Hmm.
Hispanic. So even that in itself was like a
Mm-hmm.
completely different experience. I love the big Hispanic community that's here in Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely cool.
I
It's cool to
yeah.
like go out to like bars and stuff and they play like reggaeton and they play Spanish music. So it feels nice. You
It
feel
must be
like
nice. I
it is
can relate.
nice.
My family went to Tennessee, and then I had to move to Kentucky. So I don't, I can relate to that. But I'm happy for you. I'm happy
Thank
for
you.
you.
Not
Yeah.
to show off, but
Yeah. No, it's good though. Like I do want to move like one to one of those places that have like a big like Hispanic community. Once I'm able to like save and have like enough money. So yeah, no, it's good to hear that you're enjoying it. When you were picking colleges, was that like a hard process for you?
when I became like a senior in high school,
Mm-hmm.
I my I'm the first in my family to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and also like going to college in Mexico and applying versus like here in the US, it's like totally different. So
Mm-hmm.
by the time I was like a senior in high school, I didn't even like know I had to like fill out applications. I didn't know how to
Mm-hmm.
like search out what school I wanted to go to. I did
You
like
didn't you have a class on that? Because my high school hadn't.
no,
No.
we didn't have a class on that.
No.
No. So when we got to senior year, everyone would start talking about colleges. Everyone would start talking about it, and I'd be like, "Oh my god, I
Mm-hmm.
have to do that too."
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I like asked my parents, and they were like, "We don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't know how to do that." Um, so I mainly just like started talking to friends and like
Mm-hmm.
where they were applying and what to look for. I think the biggest thing that influenced where I was going was like financially
Mm-hmm.
more
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
anything. Yeah, and like where I could like apply for scholarships and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mostly learned all of that through friends and just seeing where they were applying, what they were doing. Because yeah, my I had no idea.
Uh-huh. Are you comfortable saying like what college you went to? No.
No, because it's
Okay.
like
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
close
No.
to where I live.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You don't have to. Oh, so you. Okay. Yeah. For me, it was like out
I
of
stayed in
state. So you wanted
Arizona.
to.
Yeah,
So you want to like be close to your family too, or yeah.
I wanted to stay in Arizona. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would have
And
loved to go out of state. I
uh-huh.
feel like that was. How was that for you? Was that like overwhelming to be like by yourself?
No, no. I actually, the thing is, I'm someone who like likes being by myself and having my own space. So, and I never had that because I grew up with siblings and we always like share a room.
Yeah.
So for me, like moving away to college, like that was something that I really enjoy. Like I was never homesick. Um, Even though like I didn't see my families until like breaks, like summer break or like the winter break. I still had a good time. Like I met friends, and I was able to adjust quickly. Um,
Hmm.
but I don't know. It's not the same for everyone because a lot of people in my class, they dropped out because of that reason, because they were
Hmm.
homesick and stuff. So, but yeah, no, for me, it wasn't like a problem to adjust.
They're like,
So,
forget y'all.
yeah, yeah.
I'm out of here.
Hmm. Yeah, because the thing is, I don't know. I just want to be by myself finally. Do you have any problems with your roommate, or were you living at
Oh,
home?
I did. I lived at home. I commuted. I
Okay.
didn't board. Hmm.
Okay. 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 Never mind. Never mind then. Um.
Did you?
Yeah. No. Yeah. I did. I didn't. I didn't like any of my roommates. Like the first one. He would like have a lot of. He would eat in the room, and then he would
Mhm.
leave like the dishes inside to the point that it
Uh,
grew like mold, and we had like flies and yeah. So I had to
that's
talk to the
disgusting.
array. Yeah, no, I know, I know. So so I had to talk to the array, and the thing is, he was a international student. He was from like another country. So the
Mhm.
array, he didn't feel comfortable like telling him what to do. So he like I had to live that way like the whole year. But I was able to overcome it. I adapted. So yeah, yeah.
You adapted to the mold and
I yeah.
the flies.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the only thing I did was that I wouldn't be in the room anymore. I would ask friends if I could sleep in the room and stuff like, or I would hang out outside so I
Oh
wouldn't.
my God.
I know it got to the point where I just couldn't be there. How was it for you though, living at home? Was it hard having like a place to focus while you were doing college and like your family was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because,
Hmm.
you know, a Hispanic household, it's always so
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely was to like hard to like find a place to like um focus and study. So I would usually go to Starbucks or something when I needed
Hmm.
to do work or needed to study. Even now to film my TikToks, I have to like walk out and be like, "Can you please be quiet? I'm trying to
Uh-huh. Oh no. Yeah, that's the reason I go to my car because I live with someone right now and it's hard to like first of all to talk in front of someone like I feel uncomfortable recording in front of someone and then also like controlling the noise level. So for
film."
me like I found that if I went to my car I'm good. Like people are not gonna listen to me and I'm not going to like hear like background noise. Yeah. So yeah,
I have
it's.
noticed that you're sitting in your car. I like that though. It
Mhm.
makes it look like you're on the move.
Mhm. No, yeah,
I love
I.
your videos, but I love your videos by the way. I feel like
Mhm.
you just roast my entire life in every single one of your videos.
No, it's no problem, no problem.
Like everyone needs a reality check. It's
They
okay.
do. People do. People do. Yeah. No,
Do you
yeah.
like
I. Go ahead.
oh sorry, do you like think of like the things you're gonna say before and like write them down or does it just like come to you when you want to film something?
Um, the way I write down is basically just like one line. For
Huh?
example, on my notes, I have like people who wanna date people who are way shorter than them. Like just that, and then because for me, like I don't know, I never like got that. People who are like I don't know over 6 feet and they want to date someone under 5 feet.
Mhm.
But that's it. Like I don't really like write exactly what I'm gonna say.
Like word for word.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I just like read it, and if I can think of something in the moment, then I'll make a video about it. But yeah, it's mostly like improvising, I guess.
That's awesome.
Hmm. What about you? Do you structure your videos, or how do you work?
Um, I think in the beginning I had like a notebook filled with like my scripts of what I wanted to say for
Hmm.
like the historical and like informational videos. But now I've kind of gotten really good at like how I like to structure my videos.
Hmm.
So like if I find a topic that I find interesting, I'll do a bunch of research on it and I'll write like bullet points that I want to hit in the video,
Hmm.
but I don't have like a specific script,
Yeah,
if that makes
that's
sense.
yeah, no, yeah, that's what I do
Yeah.
for my YouTube videos. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I've been doing TikTok for like 2 years now, so I've
Hmm.
gotten pretty good at like how I like to formulate my videos.
Yeah.
So I'll just do the bullet points and make sure to hit those points.
Hmm.
Also, I feel like that makes it more natural instead of
Yeah.
like reading
Yeah.
like script word for word.
I know,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like I can't do like an unscripted video. I don't know. I feel like it's not gonna sound good. It's not gonna sound like natural. So I just
Mhm.
don't even try it for him.
Like whatever you do, people are gonna watch it because people follow you for your personality
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and your roasts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, yeah. When I was first making videos, I wasn't doing that type of content.
Mhm.
It just came out of nowhere. I don't know. Like I just because at first I remember that I made a video um where I was saying like don't blame yourself for stuff like don't blame yourself for what's going wrong in your life. Um, and I was making like that type of content, like positive content. And then I don't know what went wrong. I don't know what went wrong, and then I started doing the content that I'm doing now. So I don't know. I
Yeah.
I guess I just turned this way. I don't know.
I could relate to that too, because when I was first starting, I was mostly doing like relatable videos, like
Mm-hmm.
memes
Mm-hmm.
and stuff
Oh.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then like still like for like Latino memes and like Latino relatable content. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how it just like transitioned into like this
Mm-hmm.
like historical stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But little by little, it just kind of transitioned through it. I think it's like the people like giving me requests, like, "Hey, can you make a video on this?" And then I would do it. But so I
Mm-hmm.
don't know either. And that's a question that I get a lot is people ask me like, "What made you want to start making videos on Latino culture?" I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just kind of natural. It just kind of
It just
happened.
happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
kind of happened. Yeah.
And how long does it take to make a video? Because do you have to like how long does it take you to do the research?
I guess in total, it takes me like 2 days because I like to
Mm-hmm.
research, like spend a day like brainstorming and researching and like making like little just like bullet points on my notes app on my phone on like what I want
Mm-hmm.
to talk about. And then the next day I film. The
Mm-hmm.
video itself to film, I would say takes me like 10 minutes,
Oh,
maybe
okay.
5, 10 minutes, just because because like I said, like I
Mm-hmm.
have been doing this for 2 years. I've kind of gotten pretty good at like how I like to structure my videos.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say all in all, like 2 days, one day of brainstorming and then one of like actual filming.
Mm-hmm. Mm,
Mhm.
that's a lot. Because I don't know. I guess it's because it's a different type of content. Like you actually like
Yeah.
bring something to the table. Yeah, for me, it's just like roasting people. So it takes me like 5 minutes to make one video.
But I love
But
that too. I love that
mhm.
it's just like your natural talent.
I
Because it's
know.
definitely a talent of you
Hmm.
like doing comedy.
Hmm.
Oh,
But I
you're
don't
very
know.
proud of yourself.
I want to do something like you though, where I bring something. Like where I actually like give something to the community. But
Uh-huh.
I guess I don't know.
Have
Yeah.
you ever thought about like pursuing comedy, like doing stand up or anything like that?
I that I thought about it, but at the same
You did
time,
you did you do stand up?
no. I thought about doing it,
Oh.
like because
Oh, okay.
a lot of people recommended me, and there has been two like stand up comedians who messaged me about it because they wanted me to do it, right?
Yeah.
And so what I did was I wrote down some ideas of if I were to do stand up, like what I would say, what I would do, and I read it to my sister and then to the person that I was dating, like back then, right?
Mhm.
And I read it, like I said it in the way that I would say it in like if I were to like do it, and they didn't laugh. They and it was so embarrassing. They didn't laugh. They had no reaction. Um, and so I guess they like I said the whole thing right, and I guess
Mhm.
they were expecting like something more like a punchline, and
Yeah.
like I already said it, but they didn't find it funny. So I don't know. It was the most embarrassing experience I ever had. Um, so I don't wanna feel that in like a actual like scenario, I guess.
Yeah.
So I
But a
don't.
lot of stand-up
Hmm.
comedians that are like big now that you think
Hmm.
of have gone through that where they like do a
Hmm.
stand-up and like no one laughs. So
I know, but I can't.
I think it's
I
like a learning it's like a learning curve. I mean, I don't know anything about comedy,
uh-huh.
but I think you should put yourself out there. I think you would totally
Mm-hmm.
do really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
I totally get you. That would be really awkward to like
No,
stand in
yeah,
front of an audience.
no, yeah, because
It's just
I don't
like
know.
silent.
I don't know what I would do if that happened, like in real life. But I do want to do it. I'm interested in it.
Mhm.
It's just I don't want to risk it. I don't want to be embarrassed, in front of other people.
Yeah.
Um, but I guess if I test it in some people and they like it, then yeah, I'll do it.
So just throw yourself out there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, what about you? Have you thought about doing comedy?
No, because I don't
No.
think I'm funny.
I mean, you're kind of okay. Like you don't.
I.
I mean, yeah, sometimes
You're
you're
all
cool.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, as far as like expanding beyond TikTok, I have thought about like other things, like maybe hosting or like
Mm. Mm-hmm.
um yeah, doing things like that, but I haven't done anything yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's because I think most of it like when opportunities would come up, like
Mm-hmm.
hosting or doing certain things, like I'd be in school.
Mm.
So it would
Yeah.
require me to like leave and I wouldn't be able to. So now that
Mm-hmm.
I'm done with school, I guess we'll see
Mm-hmm.
what opportunities arise. I don't know yet.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, that's
I
how it
try not
works.
to think too much about like the future because I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I've just like learned that like things rarely work out the way you want them to.
Yeah, yeah. I want to ask you. I guess it's the last question that I wrote. Is
Mhm.
basically what's the biggest thing that came out for you from social media
Like the biggest thing I've accomplished from social media.
that you gotten thanks to social media or that you were able to do because of social media.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, during like Hispanic Heritage Month last year, I got to do a lot of like media
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Like I was on the Drew Barrymore show, which was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I was on air with Ryan Seacrest, which was super cool. And I did, and I was interviewed by Univision, which was super cool.
Damn. Mm-hmm.
I think the Univision one was like the coolest because,
Mm-hmm.
you know, as a Hispanics, it's like
Yeah,
always on
yeah.
TV.
Yeah,
Noticiero Univision.
yeah. Uh-huh. Do your
So
family
yeah,
see
I
it?
would say, yeah, they
Yeah.
all tuned in and they like all sent pictures of them like watching it on TV.
Damn. Mm-hmm.
So that was really cool. I was definitely looking back at the interview. I looked so nervous because it was live. So I was
Oh.
like this. I was like, and I was, and I was like, my voice was shaking, and I'm like, gosh, Fernanda, you look
No.
so nervous.
At least you did it. At least you didn't embarrass
At least
yourself
I
that
did it.
much. Hmm.
Yeah, at least I didn't say anything wrong, which was good. I just looked so nervous, and my voice was like
Hmm.
shaking
Yeah, yeah.
because it was live. So I think that was all that media stuff I got to do. I think was really cool.
Hmm. Yeah, that's
Hmm.
cool. Yeah, no, cause I don't. I mean, I have people like ask me to do interviews, but it's like random people. Like it's not like a real, I guess like TV or stuff like that.
Hmm.
So yeah, no, I'm jealous. See, that's what I'm
You should
saying.
be.
Like you, that's what I'm saying. Like you actually, like, bring something so people want to hear it, and that's not something that I experience.
But I
Hmm.
think your comedy will take you very far. And I want you to try
Hopefully,
doing stand up. I will go. When you do stand up, I will go and I'm going to sit front row and I'm going to laugh at everything you say.
uh, you promise everything, even if
I
it's not
promise.
funny. Okay,
Every
okay.
Even if it's not funny, I will.
You
I'll
pretend.
be like, did you guys get the joke? Did you guys get it?
Yeah, that's all I need. Because for me, as
Yeah.
long as one person laughs, I'm okay. You know.
Hmm.
So you do see yourself like working in social media, or do you want to have like go ahead.
I would definitely love to like expand, like to be on TV and like do hosting, maybe even
Mm-hmm.
do acting.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to do something like that because I talk a lot about like, you know, Latino representation in the
Yeah.
media and like the lack of Latino representation in the media. So I would definitely love to be that,
Mm-hmm.
to be on in front of the camera, to like work in front of the camera. So it's definitely like a long-term goal for me, is to expand, and who knows where TikTok could take
Mm-hmm.
me.
No, yeah. Hopefully, it works out for you. For me, I will be so. I don't know. For me, like I think acting is cool. I don't think I know I can do it. Like having that many people watch me while I'm like pretending to be something. I don't know.
Hmm.
I know that I can do it, but it's good that you have like faith in yourself. Yeah.
It sounds like a roast.
No, no, it's not. It's
It's
not.
good that you think you're good.
No, yeah,
As long
yeah.
as you believe in me, that's all I need.
I didn't say I believed in you. I just said I was happy for you. But yeah, I believe in you. Sure. Do you mind me asking about your dating life? Are you cool with that?
No, I don't mind.
Okay, okay, okay.
What do you want to know?
Sure. Are you are you okay, first of all, um are you talking to anyone right now?
No.
No? Mm, no, no surprise.
Single AF.
When
Single
was the last
AF.
when was the last time that you
That I talked to someone?
yeah, yeah.
Like April-ish was the last time I talked to someone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that no that long ago.
You're like, hmm.
No, no, no. I was just listening. Um,
Yeah, I haven't. I've been single for like 2 years now. The last time I was in a relationship was 2 years ago, and that one
mhm.
was like very long term. We were together for 4 years.
Oh, mm-hmm.
So yeah, a long time. So I've been
Yeah.
single for like 2 years now.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, that's a lot.
Which is a
For
long
me,
time. I
for me, my
know.
longest one was 5 months. So yeah, I don't know, four
You're
years.
like, I can't relate. People
I
like
can't
me.
relate. I can't relate.
We were long distance because he was in the military, so he was always
Yeah.
stationed like overseas somewhere. So I think that
Mm-hmm.
was like probably the
Mm.
biggest issue we had, and that was probably the biggest thing why we broke up. Long distance is hard.
It is. It
You
is.
know, it's
Mm-hmm.
hard. It works for some people, but I feel like for most
No.
people it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's why we ended up breaking up, was just because of the distance. I mean, in the 4 years we were together, honestly, like he was stationed here in Phoenix when we met, and he was here for like 8 months. So we were
Yeah.
only really like living in the same place for 8 months out of the 4 years,
Oh, that's still a long time.
which is
Almost a year.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And he would come back to visit like once a year for like a month. So that's when
Mm.
I would actually like
Mm-hmm.
see him in person. So
Mm-hmm.
it was hard. Um, And I think after like we broke up for the first year, I wanted to be single because I was in like such a long-term relationship. I was like,
Yeah,
I want to be single. I want to do my own thing.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I think I've only been like actually like open to dating for like a year-ish. It's always awkward when like if I'm talking to someone and like
Mhm.
they bring up my TikTok. Has that ever happened to
Yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah, it has. Like I
It's
used to be on Tinder and Bumble, and it was like half of the people who I matched with, that was like their first like message.
what they would say to you.
And yeah, so I wouldn't answer. But yeah, no, in real life, I didn't have that. Like it was
Mhm.
only like through like dating apps.
I got banned from Tinder because people kept reporting my page that it was fake. It's actually me. Like
No.
I would get like DMs on
Uh-huh.
Instagram like, "Hey, I saw this fake Tinder page, and just letting you know someone's using your pictures." And I was like,
No.
"No, that's actually
Damn, that's
me."
so
So I got
frustrating.
banned because someone thought I
At
know.
least you
I
know
was
that
like,
people have your back. At least you know that.
people have my back.
People
People
do.
have my
People do.
back.
Because for me, I was active for like almost a year and nobody said anything. So, at least your audience cares about you.
They do, but they got me banned.
Mhm. Damn. So, so, do you use any other like app or?
I'm mostly just on Hinge. I don't like Bumble because I don't like that the
I
girl
never
has to
use.
message first.
That's the reason
I
I
don't
like.
I don't like it because
Mhm.
I never know how to like slide in the DMs just like, hey.
Uh-huh. Oh, so you don't have
Like,
any game? So,
I don't have
you don't
any
have any
game. One
game
time I
and
mess
go ahead, go
nope,
ahead.
one time I messaged this guy and I was like, hey, and he responded, is that it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's I was said the same thing.
So how do
Mhm.
I slide in the DMs? Tell me right now. What's
Okay,
a good way to do it?
the first thing I do is I look at the bio and then I just say something. I also like roast when I'm like first talking to
Oh,
people, so I
uh-huh.
just say like I don't know something bad about their bio, something like that. I found out that hookup culture is bigger in like big cities, because
Yeah.
for me half of the people who I match with, told me that they want a relationship or like they were interested in that, and yeah, I was also like
Yeah,
looking.
no.
Uh-huh.
I think that's why like dating in Phoenix here sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a big city and the hookup culture here is rampant.
Mm-hmm.
No one's really like looking for it's hard to find someone who is looking for a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly everyone's just looking to like hook up or like chill or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
totally different. I've heard
Mm-hmm.
that in small towns it's different too. Yeah, here it's totally different.
No, yeah. Here, if I want to date someone, I just get on Tinder and stuff. So
You're like they all come to me.
they do. Because the thing is, I like it when the other person like makes the first move. So I will
Mhm.
match with people, but I never like send the first message. Um, so yeah, I
So
use
that's why you
like.
liked Bumble.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. I never use Hinge.
I like Hinge because you
Hmm.
what I like about Hinge is that you can see who likes you and then you
Oh.
can choose whether to match with them or not. So that's what I like about it. You don't have to like
Oh.
scroll to find a match. It just tells you who liked you and you can match with them or not.
Hmm.
That's what I like about it.
And you can do that for free.
Mhm. Yeah,
Damn.
that's part of the app.
That's
Yeah, so I
good.
think
That's
that's why
good.
I like it. Yeah.
Do you have like the what's it called, like the voice notes thingy on it?
Oh no, but I love listening to them. They're
Uh-huh.
they're so funny.
Hmm.
Um, I'm trying to think of like a funny one I did, but people do like my best impersonation and you'll click on it and it's like
Yeah.
animal noises.
Uh-huh.
So I like listening to them.
Do you know what's your bio right now? Do you remember it?
Well, Hinge doesn't have a bio.
Oh.
Like it gives you like prompts. And here,
Mm-hmm.
we can read through my
Okay.
Hinge profile. It gives you like prompts and you can like put in what you want it to say. Let's see.
Oh, okay, okay, that makes
So it's
sense.
not like a bio.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
Mm-hmm.
see. I put green flags I look for. I said doesn't ask for my snap, but ask for my number instead. Because
Okay.
I hate it when dudes are like, look at your Snapchat. I'm like, this is not the seventh grade. This is
Yeah.
not the seventh
I used
grade.
to damn, I used to be like that.
Did you use that
Yeah.
to Snapchat?
Yeah.
No. When I had a Tinder, when don't judge me, but when
Mhm.
because I use the bilingual thing a lot.
Mhm.
But when I had a Tinder before I was banned,
Yeah.
my bio was uh single, bilingual, and ready to mingle.
Why? No. You deserve to get banned.
I thought that was a
Mhm.
good one.
It's like it's alright. It could be worse. It could be worse.
Well, it
But
got me banned, so I guess it wasn't that good.
yeah. But I mean, it's straight to the point. You know, it's straight
Yeah,
to the
right,
point.
straight to the point.
Mhm.
It's always like awkward. Like I'm sure you know, like meeting up with people from there to go
Mhm.
on dates. I
Mhm.
feel like it's so
I
awkward.
love it. I love
Really?
I love having like a first date and getting to know someone new. Like that was my favorite part. Um I don't know, and the thing is I didn't care about like hooking up. I
Yeah.
like as long as I was like, having like a good day, like that was for me, like that was a good experience.
Mhm.
So yeah, no, it's no. I guess it's because like it depends on like your personality, someone who
Yeah.
is naturally funny, like they don't have that problem of being awkward in the first date. But then someone like
Mhm.
you, like it's no, you had to, be uncomfortable the first date.
Have you ever had like a really bad first date experience?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
What
I messed it
happened?
up. I messed it up. It was going good until our food came and I think we got pizza or something like that. Yeah, it was
Uh-huh.
pizza, and she tried to eat it with a fork and a knife, and I made fun of her. I made fun of her, so she was really like insecure about it. I don't know why she took it, personal.
Personally, yeah.
Yeah, but like after I made fun of her, like she, just
It was
I
like
don't.
out.
Yeah, yeah. Like the whole experience, like she gave me like cold answers and stuff like that. So I was the one who like fucked
What?
it up. Yeah.
But I mean, that's your personality, though, is to
Mhm.
like poke fun at people. But
Mhm.
actually, I saw somewhere that that's like the correct way to eat pizza is with a fork and a knife. That's like how they eat it in Italy.
And then oh, for real?
Yeah. So
So
she
I
was
was
right
the
and you
one
were
who,
wrong.
yeah, I was the one who was wrong.
So you were wrong.
Yeah. But yeah, that was like my worst like date experience. What about you?
Mhm. I haven't had anything like horrible.
Mhm.
Just like one time I went on a date with a guy and he was I kind of felt bad because he was so visibly nervous.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Like when he would pick up his water to drink and his hand would be like
No.
shaking.
Uh-huh.
And he was so nervous that like when I would ask him questions, he would give me like one or two word answers just because he looked so nervous.
Mhm.
And like when I told I didn't end up going on another date with him, but when I told my friends, they were like, "Oh, that's kind of
It
cute,"
is
and I was like, "I
cute.
don't know, I don't know."
No, it is cute, but I feel like it would be. I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like knowing that the person likes me that much that they're nervous to be with me. Um.
Yeah, and also I feel like confidence is like attractive,
No,
you
yeah,
know?
me too. Me too. Me too.
I was like, I feel
But
bad for you,
then,
but I'm not going on a second date.
then that's mean. That's mean. At least you didn't tell him that, right? Like you went
No, no,
with a
I
date.
just
Yeah.
ghosted.
Yeah. I
Oh, like I
respect
just
it.
went throughout the date. Yeah.
No,
You
yeah.
respect it?
No, yeah, I respect it. I respect it. I think that's it for the podcast. Do you want me to end it or do you have you got it. You can end it. You said the last words.
What do I say?
Like despídelo.
Thank you for listening to Aesthetically Messy. I hope you guys had a great time with us, and uh, we will catch you on the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Adios.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's it. No, yeah, there's not much to say. Thank you for listening. I
Okay.
hope you like this episode. And again, if people want to find you on social media, how can they do it?
It's Fernandacortesx,
Mm-hmm. Do you
all social media.
do you have any projects that you're working on?
Um, Not right now. Right now we're going with the vibes.
Mm-hmm.
With the
Mm-hmm.
vibes.
Okay.
But
Okay.
thank you for having me on. This was so
No,
much
yeah. Thank you for
fun.
coming. Thank you for
Yeah.
coming. Appreciate it.